if you're feeling some misalignment with the people in your life or some irritation or even some disillusionment, this reading is for you. Today I asked some questions. I asked, what is the source of this friction and this discomfort? How can we move through this? What's going to come of it? And what's really underlying it? And what are we going to gain from this? The whole purpose of the whole thing. And a very interesting sequence of cards came out. So join me as we go through this beautiful alchemical process and see what lands for you. The first card we got was Three of Swords reversed. Okay, this is about recognizing that there is some disappointment. It's really a shadow work card. And the fact that it came out reversed means we're not taking this disappointment out into the world. We are starting to get some clarity on it within us. We're processing. This is like emotional digestion. And it has to do with disappointments, maybe with our expectations and things of that nature. And we got Seven of Cups reversed, which is also clarifying this position. This is about the illusions are being lifted. Okay, we're starting to get x-ray vision. This is not like, let's candy coat things. Let's just see them as they are. And that's what the Seven of Cups energy is. And then we got the Moon reversed to further clarify and help us during this process. And this is saying, you know what? We prefer clarity over ambiguity. We are not going to be projecting. We are not going to be emotionally distorting. We are really seeing things as they are, and we are processing internally. Now, while this emotional friction and shadow is rising and we're seeing it clearly and seeing what's going on, and it's not just seeing our shadow, what's going on with us, it's seeing reality, which may be very misaligned with us. So it's not just all about you, it's also just calling it like you see it in the reality. But what our real situation is, because I asked this question, I said, are things as precarious as they might feel? And the Four of Wands came out, okay? And the Four of Wands is actually saying this is a very stable situation on the surface. It's a stable situation practically. It just feels bumpier than it really is. It's not necessarily permanent, but it's a holding space. It's a safe place, a stable place to move from right now. And that's actually what this is. So coming to mind could be, maybe it's a career or work situation, or maybe a living situation. It's more stable than it feels. It may feel a little bumpy inside. And then I asked, how do we move through this energy? And we got Queen of Cups. Like, how do we break through? And the Queen of Cups energy, let's see if you can see it, kind of from a distance. Queen of Cups energy is about emotional regulation. So responding, not reacting. It's not suppressing. It's not crashing out and being dramatic. It's just very measured, very practical. It's very wise energy. And then I asked, how are we doing right now? Okay, this is what we're stepping into is our Queen of Cups energy. And of course, this is genderless. I asked, how is this collective doing right now? And I'm part of this collective as well. And it was like, Temperance, you are doing it. You are balancing the patience with the fire, the measured response with directed efforts. Okay, there's an inner alchemy going on and you are very much present with it. So give yourself a pat on the back if you find yourself landing with this message. And then I asked, what about these people or these groups or persons, could be singular, that we're having this friction with? What is their energy? And I got an interesting card here. I got Queen of Pentacles is their energy. So their energy is, this is very process oriented. It's very much about completion. It's very grounded. It's very pragmatic. And so there's no real hostility with any of this. It's really about these people, this person, this group, whatever it might be for you. It's their way of moving through the world is different than the way we move through the world. That's really what's going on. So we're nuanced, maybe even visionary. These people are, as I mentioned, process oriented. So it's got a brass tacks kind of energy. Okay, there's nothing else beyond that. And that's a lot of the friction, is that we're not maybe feeling seen and able to, we're not feeling seen, we're not feeling understood, right? This is what that Three of Swords energy reversed was. And so if we do this, if we step into this Queen of Cups energy and we continue our inner alchemy, where are we going to land with this? And what's going to happen with this emotional friction? And we got Four of Swords here. And Four of Swords is saying it's all going to just kind of iron itself out because you're not adding any fuel to the fire. And the momentum of whatever this bristly energy is just going to work itself out on its own. And you can expect, yeah, you can just expect it to kind of fade away, fade out of your experience. Very, very smooth. Now, of course, we want the resonant relationships. We want to be understood. We don't want to feel disappointed, right? Depending on what our situation is. So I asked, what's coming for us? Are we going to find this resonant person, people, group? And we got Three of Wands here. Okay, and Three of Wands is saying it's not in this immediate vicinity, but it is on the horizon. Your ships are coming in. Get through this process and you will. You will get the people and that resonant kind of energy in your reflection. And this is like straight up actualizing, right? This is the nature of reality. When we make this alignment inside, it is going to ultimately show up in the reflection. There's just a delay, and that's all by design here on Earth, because this is a mastery program for inner flexible sovereignty. And if we continue on this energy, basically a consolidation is going to happen. We're going to get this King of Pentacles. We're going to step into King of Pentacles in our reflection, because that was the next question I asked. I said, what can be expected practically if we continue along this vibrational trajectory that we've been discussing? And King of Pentacles came out saying, actually, material grounding is coming in. A consolidation. It very much could be financially, but something that's going to give us a lot more power and choice as we move forward in the future. I asked for an overall energy for this entire spread from beginning to end, and we got this collective has been moving through the hermit energy in regards to this subject. And that's really an inner work, kind of redefining who we are in the world. And all of this is done internally. We're getting clarity in the quiet as we observe, as we take it all in. But it's been quite a solitary process. But from this process, we're stepping into our King of Wands energy. Okay, there's from this clarifying process of understanding this friction and alchemizing it and responding practically. From all of this, we're going to step into our embodied, creative leadership. Less negotiating in the future. So, for example, if you're in a living situation with people that you just kind of don't flow with, in the future, if you continue with this, you're going to get a reflection that's like King of Wands. That's who you're stepping into ultimately. And that has a lot more authority and a lot more power and freedom in the way that you express yourself and the way that you're going to interact and flow in the future. So this whole reading is about stability inside imperfection. It's about emotional regulation. It's so much about the alchemical process that we have to go through in the different patterns in our life. What Spirit's showing me is that when we get aligned within ourselves through these challenging, they seem like challenging situations, but they're like hurdles for spiritual athletes. When you can cross that hurdle without too much turbulence, then you move through that vibrational pattern like a knife through butter, and in perfect divine timing, you will get your King of Wands reflection. You will get your King of Pentacles practical material foundation, and you will have stepped into your Queen of Cups energy, and you will be the embodiment. You will be the center of the storm. Not to say life is always the storm. So that is the reading and message for today. If you resonated with this message, please share your beautiful energy, like, subscribe, share, and comment. I'd love to hear where you fall along this journey, or if you've been through something like this. And if you're interested in coaching, readings, or visionary art, you'll find that information in the description box. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next message.